What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tay all day back again with another episode. And real quick, I wanted to go ahead and holler at you guys because right now I'm in my van, as you can probably tell in the background. And I did load, dropped it off this morning, and I made a good amount of money running this down here. Everything went smooth, but I really wanted to go ahead and talk about you know. Work-life balance. Figuring out what you want to do. You need to have this planned out beforehand. If you are a person like myself, where you decide that you want to do this full time, make sure you run out all of your bills, how much income you gotta bring in versus what is your expectation that you're gonna spend on gas, etc., etc. You need to make sure you run through all the numbers before you quit your 9 to 5, okay? And decide to do this full time. You need to make sure also that you are prepared and understand what you are doing, okay? If you have PTO and you were thinking about doing this full time, contracting with companies and running full time off off of whatever companies that you have. Hopefully it's companies, not just one company, unless you have a dedicated lane where there's a contract involved so you can get some guaranteed money. You need to make sure that you can offset any expenses, recurring debts or payments that you can take care of. So if you need to make $2,000 a month to pay off all of your bills, or $4,000 a month to pay off all your bills, make sure that you've already seen some of that money. And I always will recommend, if you are really wanting and been dreaming and thinking about this all the time and obsessing over doing this full time, I need you to understand that there are a few different things that you'll need, but mostly you need to go ahead and give yourself a preview of what it will look like doing it for a week, okay? So what I mean by that, if you got 9 to 5, take PTO, okay? Save up 40 hours of PTO and plan this out. Say for the week, whatever day or week you're gonna do it, go ahead and do that. And then once you get done, doing that week, see how much money you brought in, okay? Are you okay if you had a bad week, or if you had a mediocre week, or if you think you could have did more? You need to be able to go ahead and look at those numbers and be able to say, okay, is this gonna work? You know what I'm saying? So once you figure out if these numbers work, like I said, first thing is make sure you got your numbers down. So write down all your monthly recurring bills, how much you spend on groceries, make sure you got all the money. So if it's $2,500 that you're spending each month on, that's necessary items, and then you got $500 that you probably spent on unnecessary items, you need to be making at least $3,000, okay, in that month. And that's just to cover everything. All right, so make sure that when you are making that switch, that you're making a proper switch over, okay? Remember what you got to do, because when you're going all in, there's no more sit back, relax, I'm just do this, I'm gonna do that. You have to go 100%. If you're tired, if you're emotionally stressed by the job or whatever, oh, I don't want to stay tonight, or I don't want to sleep in my van or truck or whatever, I don't want to stay in hotels, whatever it may be, you need to be able to consider all possibilities, because you got to get to that number, okay? And so that's one thing that people don't understand when working for themselves. They don't understand that when you work for yourself, you got to get up and get it. That money ain't coming to you. It ain't just drawn out easy pickings anymore. You got to go get it. You got to make the phone calls, you got to send the text message, you got to send the emails. You got to make sure that that money is hitting when it's supposed to. If it don't, hey, sorry for you.